Hey creatives, Robert Silver here, and today I want to share with you my personal coronavirus checklist. 5 things you can do to stay productive as a photographer. As we are all dealing with this pandemic, our lives are absolutely shattered. No getting around that. Whether it be financially, business-wise, or just creatively, you just want to get out and shoot. Can't quite do that anymore. Can't grab a model. So my first tip that I recommend to stay productive is home fitness. Now, I know a lot of you photographers out there may not be into fitness, but right now is the time. You have time. Attempt to be more fit than you were. Me personally, I created an entire routine that does not require me having to go to the gym like I normally would be doing every other day. I can do that right now in a small courtyard across the street from my home. Because one thing staying inside does is, well, deprives you of the lack of vitamin D from the sun. And then also you tend to eat more because you're home and you got the food, you got whatever you want right here. And then secondly, you're watching TV all day. And the one thing I enjoyed about photography, it always got me out the house. So therefore I was always walking somewhere, whether it be trying to get to a location or meeting up or just location hunting. So that's one thing I recommend. I got a few tips right here, like a kinesthetic workout, something that deals with just body weight training, whether it be push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups if you have a bar to get to. It's a great stress reliever. Like, I could think so much more clearly. I'm way more focused to the list that I have to do for myself to stay busy, stay productive, and keep my brain positively focused. The next thing is spring cleaning. A lot of times it's on the back of my mind as a creative, like as a photographer and videographer. I'm always packing my bags up. I'm treating my bags like whatever, like a ugly stepchild or something. I'm just tossing it around, throwing lenses in it, taking lenses out and replacing them. And when I'm at a location, they tend to get dirty. So therefore, one thing I like to do right now is actually take out all my lenses and my cameras and clean my bags. Now, what I mean by clean, I mean actually take a vacuum and clean inside the bags. I like to account for, like, do a full inventory is one thing I did. And one thing I just did last night was actually clean the front and rear elements of my lenses, blew inside of my mirrorless cameras, because remember, a lot of your mirrorless cameras out there, your sensors exposed. So just going through and cleaning all that is like a really good, this is a good time to do all that. This is a great time for self-improvement. Seriously, I don't mean sitting there cross-legged like a yoga master and reflecting on the meanings of life. Really going into that software or that camera and figuring out these features that you really wanted to figure out and master, or at least have a fundamental good understanding of. For me, it's my cinematography. I love my photography. I'm always going to continue to do that, but so many variables I have to worry about in compared to photography. Photography is very much like me and my subject, and I pretty much got it under control. Sometimes I might need an assistant, but most times I can take care of it by myself. So with that said, with cinematography, I've learned that there's so many aspects of creating a good film project, small or large, that needs to be taken care of. So for me, like video editing, one thing that I recently went and took really brushed up on my skills on was color grading. Now, I thought I really understood the basics of color grading because I use Lightroom and Photoshop. So yeah, okay, I get it. But with film and cinematography, it's like a whole nother animal. I really respect those who professionally color grade, like seriously. And it's an art. But with this time on my hands, I can take an extra day or two to really work on the color grading and understanding what those parameters do when I move it, how it affects the overall feel and emotion of the story. Another area that I worked on for my self-improvement was composition. Recently, I went out and shot and just took what camera did I have with me? Oh, I had the GH5, and I just randomly shot photos and worked on my composition. I just put on headphones, protective stuff, took a nice little walk, but at the same time, I was able to really slow down my photography and work on my composition. Composition is king. If you got that, you have 50 to 75% of a well-made portrait or photo or what have you. So with that said, sharpening that tool can never go wrong. There's never a bad time to work on your composition. Another thing for me that I did was practicing recording video handheld. Now here's the one area for sure, okay, that I am really grateful for this coronavirus, which is ironic, right? Like I'm grateful for this pandemic. But yes, I choose to see the opportunities over the obstacles when we're faced with challenges. One thing is recording B-roll footage. Currently, I'm working on a documentary about the COVID-19 experience here in the Bay Area, and I literally spent close to, that has to be over 12 hours literally of walking in San Francisco recording B-roll footage. The streets are absolutely silent. I'm gonna get my own B-roll footage of places throughout San Francisco that I would never be able to have gotten unless these streets were this silent. I got about 600 clips of 4K footage of B-roll. Now that would have cost me, I don't know how much money, but either way, at least a subscription to Storyblocks to have been able to use all that great footage. And now I have it for myself that I've created. The other thing, what I did to stay creative was update my website, my portfolio. This is something that you could do right now. You can literally go through all your archived best photos, at least the ones that you feel are your strongest, and update that website. And if you don't have one, make one. You have the time to do it now, so take advantage of it. Me, I was going through my portfolio and really analyzing and being really critical. What photos are strong and which ones are not. This situation is not gonna last forever, and I'd rather stay positive and be prepared so that when this is all over, I can hit the ground running and be ready to get the business that I know I should be having. One area, I know a lot of people may not think so, but start a blog. I've had one for a while, but now I'm able to post more regularly. And that goes for also my YouTube. YouTube now, every Thursday, I'm able to pump out a new video. Like, that's a commitment I want to make to you. And that's also a commitment I want to make to myself as a creative. This also gives me something to do. Therefore, I have a purpose. When I wake up, I'm hungry, I'm driven, I have a sense of drive and purpose because I'm like, okay, I need to get out this video. I need to make the video during the weekend, edit it by Monday or Tuesday, and then have it ready for you guys all by Thursday. And now I'm thinking I want to challenge myself even more, okay, by going live once a week. So prepare for that. But yes, I'm a glutton for punishment. I have to keep creating, otherwise my mind will go crazy. After all these suggestions and all these areas that I'm doing and implementing myself, and hopefully you'll take a tip or two and it inspires you to just find a reason to be creative. Most of all is stay calm. When it comes to obviously a pandemic or big, huge disasters, you gotta maintain a level head. You gotta realize what areas you can control, do just that, and what areas you cannot, and not worry about that. It does you no justice, your family, your loved ones, your neighbors, your neighborhood, your community, no justice at all if you're sitting there wigging out and tripping about this, tripping about that. It will come to you. I do believe in, the natural law of attraction. Positivity attracts positivity. If you're busy being a worrywart, guess what's going to come to you? All you're going to see is negative things on TV. You're going to feed off of it. You're going to look for it more. You're going to find it more. And ultimately, you're going to just feel like a big weight is on your shoulders that doesn't need to be there. Yes, I watch the news, but I only dedicate a certain amount of it just to stay informed. Outside of that, I'm worrying about what ways can I be creative today? Because I know that's the one thing I can control and the one thing that brings me joy. Those are two things I rather spend more of my energy and time on, and I hope you do too. Well, these are just a few things that I wanted to share with how I'm coping with this shelter in place here in San Francisco area. If you're in shelter in place, let me know how you're coping with all this quarantine madness. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, don't forget to press that like, share, and of course, subscribe to my channel. I'm Robert Silver, and until next time, keep shooting, stay creative.